What's going on, guys? Binek back with another YouTube video, and today we're going to be talking about creating PSEO pages, and it's actually going to be a tutorial on how to do it yourself because we've gotten a lot of questions from a lot of people, and honestly a lot of people think that this is like kind of fake and that it takes a lot longer than what it actually looks like. And so we're going to just walk you through exactly how we made these pages and how you can do it too. And so I'm just gonna quickly show you kind of what we're doing here. So we have the blog post pulled up here. This is how every video is going to start, at least for the next week or so. So how to create hundreds of PSEO pages fast. PSEO stands for Programmatic Search Engine Optimization, and it's essentially how you're going to get a lot more people to your site way faster than other SEO measures. And so what you need to do this is you need Webflow on a CMS plan or the starter plan, but preferably the CMS plan, Airtable, and WhaleSync, and that's pretty much it. So first, we're going to talk about creating an Airtable, and I'm actually going to show you what this looks like. So in Airtable, you are able to construct a base, and you will build sort of like a table out inside of a base that kind of covers a topic. And so, for example, in this example, we are going to be talking about creating 100 pages for Optimize Your Marketing in blank city, and city is going to be the title of each of these pages. And so it's going to say like Optimize Your Marketing in San Francisco, Optimize Your Marketing in Atlanta, and you're just going to go through every single one of those variations. And so in this case, we actually built this out, and so I think there's probably an even faster way to do this using Airtable automations or just like formulas in Airtable, and appending the city name to the end of this phrase. But we just decided screw it, I just wanted some mind-numbing work, and so I just created all of these as a single line text field in here in Airtable itself. And that's actually important to note, is these do need to be single line text fields. When I say that, you can see single line text. You can change this to whatever you want in other cases, but you need it to be single line text, or at least long text, for this to work efficiently and well. So you're gonna essentially have a column for your city. You're gonna have a column for like an excerpt, which is essentially just like a couple sentences, and we've kind of just kept this really simple. So I'm going to turn this into a long text really quick so you can see it, so you can actually see what I'm talking about here really quick. Give me 1 second. It's converting all of these pages. I think there's at least 30 in here for this example. Wow, it's taking a while, isn't it? Okay, 1 sec. Alright, that took actually really long, low-key. But I wanted to show you what this says. It just says using our Google Ad services, you'll drive more calls, form submissions, and leads to your business in Atlanta. You can put more sentences in here too, but you could use ChatGPT to auto-generate something here for you and do this quickly. But as you can see, all that's left here is just putting a little city image in here and then a slug. It's really important to include a slug because Webflow needs that. And so we have just 4 basic columns that we're going to use in here, and I believe there's 50 entries in here as well. And so all of these are going to turn into a page. Now let me show you how you do that. When you go in Webflow, we're going to go into our designer, and this is just going to briefly show you the CMS capabilities of Webflow. So I'm gonna maybe make myself a little smaller here. Maybe I am as small as I can be. Okay, cool. And I'm just gonna go into pages. So I'm not really gonna build out a page from scratch, but first actually I need to show you. So we've created, step 1 is complete. We need to go into Webflow and create a collection first. So before I can show you actually creating the page, I need to show you what it looks like in Webflow. So you'd go up here, you'd hit create a collection. You'd say city names as your collection URL or whatever. This is actually going to be public and it's going to show in your subdomain, so you want to make sure it makes sense. So we would maybe say best Google Ads agency or whatever in here. So we said like optimize your marketing, best Google Ads agency. And then everything after here is just going to be the URL slug that we have in here. This URL slug is going to show up at the end. So that would be like probably one of the best ways to structure this. But yeah, then you're just going to go through and you're going to take each one of these field names. So city, city excerpt, city image, and slug is going to go in here. So I'm actually, just for like purposes of, showing you guys how to do this, I'm just going to say city, slug. You can't actually change slug. I'm just going to keep slug like that. I'm going to say city excerpt. Oh, and by the way, I think you missed that. You need to select. So there's a lot of different things you can select. And the easiest and most simple one is to just select plain text. Just because a lot of these other ones get a little bit more complicated, and honestly, they don't make as much sense for what we're doing here. So plain text, city excerpt. I can't spell. I think that's right. and then we are going to put in the city image, and then that's it. So just say city image, boom, done. And just like that, this page is complete. Just say, or this collection is complete. You say create collection, boom, this is good to go. Now, we are gonna just quickly, I'm gonna show you how to create a page, CMS page super fast. So in here, there's nothing, obviously. This page has nothing because we just created it. It's just, when you create a collection, you create a new, basically a collection page inside of Webflow. And so what we're going to do now is I'm just going to like throw in, I believe I had like a city template before. So yeah, I did. This was like a while ago. I'm just going to take our home page here because there's no CMS collection items here, and it'll be simple to show you guys. For purposes of this is obviously isn't really going to look pretty, but we're just going to show you how you could easily create this. So I just copied a section. In fact, I just copied the header section, and I'm just going to paste it in here. And then maybe I just want to throw in my header. So I'll throw in my header up here as well. And then maybe I want to throw in my footer as well. So I'm just going to show these down here, put this down here. Boom, that way, this is an old footer. Where's the new footer? Regardless, it doesn't really matter. Here we go. This is the better footer. Boom. Okay, cool. So now we're in the CMS page. What you can do is you can actually link these items. So we're going to get the text for this H1 text, and this is just going to say city. And obviously nothing shows up now because we don't have any collection items. And then I'm also going to change this to the city excerpt. And then I'm going to add a div block real quick. And I'm just going to throw it like right here. And then I'm going to put an image in there as well. So let's just throw an image in here. And this image is going to be we're going to got this image from the collection. So that way it can automatically, generate here. And so in all intents and purposes, this is good to go. And so I'm going to hit publish. Obviously, I'm not going to keep this page after this video, and I'm going to delete it. But, I want to show you how easy this is to do. And this is kind of ad hoc. I wasn't planning on doing this. So you guys are getting the special treatment here today. Cool. So now we're in WhaleSync. WhaleSync is the tool that you need to use in order to sync your Airtable records with your Webflow collections. So we're going to go in here. We're going to hit create new, and I'm going to make my face bigger because I know you want to see me. And we're going to create an Airtable. And you're going to get your API key. So let me show you how to get this. You're going to go inside of Airtable. You're going to go up here, go to account, and it should show up here really quick. Let me pause for a second. Let me find this real quick. Oh yeah, it's here. They actually moved it recently. Dedicated end of January 24. Stop working if you migrate to personal access tokens. Okay, doesn't matter for now. So you're going to go in here and you're going to throw this API key in here. And then all you're going to do after that is go back to your Airtable, and you're going to hit share on the table that you're actually trying to sync. You're going to copy this link. That kind of rhymed, bars, and then you're going to authorize. So we authorized Airtable cities. Now we're going to pick Webflow. We're just going to authorize this to sync with the B2B SaaS. That's the website that we created. It's going to authorize. You can hit save connection. Now we're going to map the tables. A lot of it's probably going to be mapped first, but we want to do table 1, and we want to do this with our, why do I not see it? One sec. Okay, I was literally just being really stupid. I was connecting it to the wrong site, so now we can see it showing up here as a connector. I have 2 sites that are labeled Optimize Your Marketing, so it's just kind of being dumb. But yeah, anyway, so best Google Ads agency. Now this is like the sync. You're gonna want to sync it one way in my experience. You don't want to sync it 2-way, because if you delete anything, like if you mess up and you want to delete something in Webflow, it'll actually delete it in Airtable, and then you'll have to go back and fix that, which sucks. So we're not going to do that. Now we're going to hit map fields, and real quick, it's going to actually map everything that we had in here. City, city excerpt, city image, and slug is mapped to the other ones. Wow, the sun is coming out and it is bright. Okay, so now you're pretty much good to go here. Normally you would maybe have to go in here, add a field, and then place some different items in here and mapping them, but you don't have to here. So we're good to go. We're gonna hit save base. We're gonna hit we've synced, we've published our site. So I don't know if you noticed, but when I was in here, I published my site to make sure that this was synced. And then this is just going to tell you like, hey, before you sync, make sure that you have all your stuff backed up in case it messes up. And we're good to go. We have a backup page. We're gonna hit turn on syncing, and then it's gonna go. So it's here, it's initializing the sync. And then at this point, we are going to start to see collection items pull through in our Webflow database. And then once that happens, our pages are pretty much done. So then we'll be pretty much good to go, but we're going to let this go. It says 4 updates remaining. It might even say a lot more because we're kind of syncing it's like 49 updates remaining, because we're kind of syncing like 50 pages here real quick. So give it a sec. I'm actually going to pause the video here, and we're going to come back in about 2 or 3 minutes, and all of these pages are going to be done. Cool. We're like seconds away from it being done, but it just finished, and I just want to go in here now and show you guys. So I threw on let me actually quickly get rid of these so you don't see them. I'm going to select and remove a couple of these. So I just threw on a couple of test entries earlier. You can do that in Webflow. It's really cool just to edit. I'm going to delete some of these items real quick. But now, as you can see, we have all of these pages in here, and I think there's like 50 odd pages, and they're all just like different cities, and it just says optimize your marketing in blank city. So now when you actually go into the page and show what this looks like, it's really cool. We just made all these pages really quickly, and you're going to be able to see. So yeah, optimize your marketing in Rome. Using our Google Ads services, you'll drive more phone calls from leads from business in Rome. And then you got the picture in here, and that's pretty much it. Obviously, whenever you're making these pages, you're going to want them to look a lot nicer. I just threw this thing together in seconds for you guys. But that's pretty much it. I mean, just like that, we've created a ton of pages. And the cool thing I want to say here too is something that you guys can consider is, in order to create, the faster you're able to create your Airtable database, the faster you're able to do this whole process. And so if you spent 2 hours on your Airtable, table, then it's probably only going to take you less than an hour or even faster to create some of these pages in Webflow, because of how easy it is to just kind of drag and drop, copy and paste blocks. And then creating that collection in Webflow takes minutes as well. So you're honestly creating such an awesome piece of marketing architecture for your business here by just putting in a little bit of extra time and effort, and you're going to be able to mass produce hundreds of pages. We could have done this for 1,000+ pages and had this done in a day's work, or less, honestly. So just some stuff to consider. PSEO is awesome. If you want an agency that can show you how to do it or do it for you and do a really good job and track the results in Google Search Console, then talk to us. We'd love to help you. We're, optimize your marketing. We work with B2B SaaS startups, and they're looking to get to minimum viable products or product market fit. And we build an inbound marketing machine for you that drives sustainable and replicable results over time. So a lot of the stuff we're showing is not on the internet yet. There's not a lot of blogs on it. So you're probably likely stumbling across this at a good time if you are seeing it early on. So feel free to subscribe. We're going to have tons more content, tutorials, and just cool tricks and ninja hacks just like this. So would love to have you guys as part of our community. Can't wait to see you soon. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk soon. Peace.